Hello, my Bill 5000 Nation. How's everyone doing today? I forgot to turn on my other light. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's having a great day. If not, I hope it gets better from here. We are back with another Watcher. This one is titled The Great Emu War, Puppet History. So, I believe we are on season 4. Is this season 4? Yeah, I think. All right, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. Go ahead, turn the mics down low, put on something comfy, cup with something special. Let's laugh hysterically while we learn about emus. I'm so excited.
Welcome one and all to Puppet History Season 4. Today we're taking an ever-winding look at yet another chapter in the heavy book we call
We're back in actual school. Yes!
History, while our guests ruthlessly compete for the coveted title of History Master. I'm your beloved host, the Professor. Oh, wow, what a crowd. Oh, Ryan Bergara, good to see you in person. Are you ready?
You know, it's really good to see you. I've been doing a lot of thinking over the off season here,
Yeah.
and I've been going to therapy.
Oh, good.
And I feel like I've been really nasty to you and not a good student.
Oh,
and,
true.
You know, I'm really sorry. I'm really excited for this semester.
Wow,
Yeah.
the Beef Boy is dead. Long live the Beef Boy.
Well, you don't want the Beef Boy long live.
No, new Beef Boy.
A Beyond Beef Boy.
A Beyond, that's good.
Oh, Beyond. Special guest and top banana, Kate Peterman. Are you ready?
I'm
Oh.
ready. I
I thought he was talking about me. I got really excited.
feel like I have tough competition now.
No, I'm really happy you're here too. It's good to see you, Kate.
What the fuck is happening?
Oh, this is freaky, man. Let's crack in. So good to see you guys. I
I wonder if he's gonna bring back the mummy ostrich again.
kind of forgot you were bigger than me.
Yeah, I could see how that would be easy to forget.
That's scary. You guys are so big.
Okay.
I haven't heard that a lot in my life, so thank you.
I have and I don't like it.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go that route. To begin, what do you guys think about birds?
Birds?
That's right, birds.
Love birds.
Yeah?
I love them. I think they're hilarious when they run. I saw a pigeon trip over a twig once. I
Yeah.
laughed about it for years.
I love birds too. I've never had a bird. I have a friend named Shane who had a pet bird and he ate it.
Sounds like a
Wait.
sexy guy.
Is that Shane?
Shane Madej, yeah, he ate it.
Shane, you ate your pet bird wherever you are, Shane?
Well, today's story has birds and so much more. Guns, for instance. Rabbits, too. And the fact that governments don't care what happens to their veterans after they return from war. But most of all, birds. Lots of birds. We're going down under to talk about the Emu War of 1932.
Oh, you're talking dinosaur birds.
Yeah, those big-ass
what?
birds with those meaty legs.
What's an emu?
An emu is the
Oh,
big
emu.
one.
I thought he said INU.
I think for this episode, we're going to go with an emu pronunciation, Ryan.
Emu.
Emu.
Okay, I got it. Let me do it one more time just so you could make sure I'm saying it right.
Sure.
Emu.
That's beautiful.
Oh, wait, is this what it feels like to learn?
Yeah. Now, before the Emu War, there was the Great War. The war to end all wars, or as it's better
Ryan's in fucking rare form today. I'm loving it.
known today, World War I. While much of the fighting took place in the trenches of Europe, there's a reason it's called a World War. And the men of Australia were not spared participation for living so far away. More than 300,000 Australians fought in World War I, and when the fighting stopped, those men were looking forward to resuming their lives in Oz. However, as every nation who sends her sons to battle knows, the problem with returning soldiers is that while they were gone, life went on. Specifically, their jobs got filled by other people. What's an economy to do with a sudden influx of thousands of unemployed men, many of them now coping with disabilities? Our first question. What did Australia propose to do with their returning World War I veterans? A. Have them stay in Europe. B. Have them collect eggs for a living. Or C. Have them move out to the wilderness.
Okay, don't
Hey.
mess this up, Ryan. Don't mess it up, Ryan.
Hey,
Hey.
never mind.
All right, Ryan, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with C, in the wilderness. They put them out in the wilderness.
Oh, great. Okay. And Kate?
After much trial and tribulation, I'm gonna go with B. They collected eggs.
That'd be fun.
Fuck.
Points to Beef Boy!
I think it's Beyond Beef Boy.
Points to Beyond Beef Boy! Yes, Australia embarked on a campaign to have their veterans move out to the wilderness of Western Australia to settle the land. Not only would this provide a place and career for those roughened soldiers, but
Well, I mean, that's still a lot better than what I thought. I thought this was going to be like, no, bro, you stay right where you are, just in case. Look. Okay, let me break it down for you. See, if we bring you back and something happens and no one's over there, we're just going to have to send people back over there. But if we leave you there, you can keep an eye on shit. So just stay there, just in case something like goes and we're like, hey, get him.
it would also help the country expand and grow their agricultural output.
I could use a little more space. A yard?
I'd love more space. But you know, I'm a little chicken. I'm scared of people breaking in.
But you'd be away from people.
That's what you think.
Oh.
Maybe I would. I just don't like the idea of no one being able to hear me scream.
Well, I guess if you're
Sorry.
screaming out there, there's probably someone else there who will hear you screaming.
The attacker would hear
Right,
me scream,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
assume they liked it. Okay, I'm scaring myself.
Okay, well then let's move on.
You okay?
No! I'm so scared of everything all the time.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
This plan, however, wasn't so much financial assistance as it was an advertising campaign. Unlike America's own fraught westward expansion, the Australian government wasn't just giving away land to any white guy who wanted it.
I'm no longer going to give her hell over being top banana. She needs it. She needs it so bad.
Soldier settlers got a loan from the government, then went on to buy the land. Essentially, they swapped their guns for a mountain of debt that chained them to some barely arable land on the far side of the country where people were scarce and the resources scarcer. Their best ticket out was to start planting some amber waves of grain. Wheat! Ryan, I gotta say, I can see you being a wheat farmer and just sort of... I can see you walking through your fields of golden wheat, holding your hands out.
Oh, yeah.
Letting the little blades caress your fingertips.
I've long dreamed of that.
It's not as nice as you think.
No, it's
What?
great.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
What?
I've been on farms and shit, and so like I'm from the sticks basically, and
Yeah.
so I've been in. I believe it was wheat.
You know wheat when you see it.
Yeah, and when
Maybe it wasn't wheat.
Oh, shit.
Maybe it was just grass. Maybe I just got lost.
I think you just
Yeah.
walked through some grass at some point.
I just walked into a bale of hay.
Yeah,
I
you
was
just
like,
walked
this
into-
is not pleasant.
It sounds like you've been to a park. Now, growing wheat in Western Australia was tough work. Frost could destroy crops in the wintertime, and rabbits were a constant problem.
Poor Kate. I'm feeling bad for her this go. Being in school is not good for her.
While not much beyond prayers could be done about the former, expansive fencing took care of those little bunnies. And though life was difficult, it wasn't impossible. A string of good wheat seasons in the 1920s meant Australia's plan looked like it was actually going to work. Huh? Then what? A, there was a bit of an economic hiccup. B, bird flu swept through Western Australia. Or C, the military wanted their soldiers back.
When was the Great Depression? But that was in America.
Yeah.
Well, that would influence other places
A?
right, with like trade and stuff.
I don't know. Brian, what do you got?
I put C. They wanted their soldiers back.
Okay, and Kate?
I put A. There's something going on with the economy.
That's a jelly for Kate Peterman!
Yeah!
Yes, sir, that economic hiccup is better known today as the Great Depression, and it caused the floor to fall out under the price of wheat.
I love their newspaper articles. Like, if I could get a newspaper like that to where, you know, the headline is, "We're fucked," I would totally pay for it. I would.
Right, because of beer.
Huh?
Right? Wheat beer, maybe?
I mean, like also like probably like food and stuff that they make.
oh
like,
my
with-
God, yeah.
You know
That
what?
makes total sense.
You know what? I'll give an extra jelly. I'll give an extra jelly to Kate. That feels like an astute observation. I don't know if it's true, but
That
so,
is certainly a way to go. That's a good way to go about it.
yeah. Excuse me.
Okay.
Now, the Great Depression meant crashing wheat prices, which in turn meant the soldier settlers were in desperate trouble. For help, they turned to the folks who told them to move west and start farming in the first place, the government. You guys think the government's actually going to help them out here?
Yeah.
You do?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. You're right. Now, the government's big idea was to guarantee the price of wheat that the farmers would be paid, or rather, promise to guarantee the price. The government was, itself, having financial problems, and subsidizing wheat growers wasn't top priority. A pattern emerged of politicians promising financial help, then not delivering the goods when it came down to a vote.
They
Dirty
didn't
bastards.
promise. They promised to promise.
Yeah, don't
It's
worry.
like saying sorry for not apologizing.
Yeah.
It sounds like a politician.
Ho, ho, ho. This is one cutting episode of puppet history. Take that, politicians.
That's right.
Sometimes you are untruthful. This string of broken price promises went on for years. Meanwhile, the price of wheat kept falling, and the soldier settlers got angrier, as they should. Imagine if the president promised you a good-paying job if you
That's fucking angry.
moved to, oh, I don't know, Odessa, Texas. But when you got there, it was also just an internship that, quote, paid in experience. You'd be pissed! On the eve of harvest
burn it down.
1932, the growers decided to take a stand. Unless the government actually got their act together and helped them, they would refuse to load their grain onto the railroad cars. With no grain harvest coming in, wheat and bread prices would become costly.
The picket signs. Wheat the people. Hell no, we won't grow. Help the kangaroo.
Across the country, right in the middle of the Great Depression, when people could least afford it. The government refused to help, so the farmers refused to farm. It was a standoff. Oh, hey, look at that. It's time for a Puppet Poppin', a thing we have always done on this show. Let's see who's on the Jelly Telly this week. Hi. Oh.
It's not something we've always done on this show. Not like this. Not like this.
Oh, hey. Hi. Are you gonna say your thing?
Oh, what? I'm just a catchphrase to you?
Oh, no, you always seem to relish it, so I thought.
Yo, I guess I do. Yeah, it's me, that big pile of diamonds, with a real doozy of a cutie. And I'm gonna make this quick because I've gotta get ready for the party.
A party?
Why, were you not invited?
Yeah, I'm sure I was. I'm just, I don't check my mail. I'm too busy teaching.
Nerd! Okay, here we go. What happened in the standoff between the farmers and the government, baby? A, the government gave in to the demands and finally passed relief for the farmers.
No.
B, the military was sent in to take the crops and load the grain themselves. Or C, birds.
Okay, thanks,
See.
man.
All right, well, study hard, etc., whatever.
It all seems to be kind of like revolving around birds, so I'm going with C. It seems logical.
Time to get my gown on and grab my veggie tray out of the fridge. Bye.
See you later. What do you guys got for that?
I'm gonna go C for cluck cluck. Little birds.
Okay.
You know, chicken's a bird, right? Technically.
That's very technically, yes. It's a bird.
You can't fly though. They're like the Buzz Lightyear kind of fly.
If I could fly like that, you would tell people I could fly.
If Kate could
not
jump up
well.
in the air and float around for 15 seconds, I'd be
You'd be
like,
like, "That girl
yo,
can
that
fly."
lady can fly.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I also went with C.
I think we got a couple sea dogs.
Yo, man.
Or.
You know what? I recognize the brilliance of this bit now. It's pretty.
Bark with me. Or.
Nothing if not a
Oh,
sheep.
this bit just gets better and better every season. We're actually going to find out the answer through our first puppet theater performance of the season. I'll see you guys in just a second.
I can't wait.
Oh, I burped, excuse me. Ah, crikey. You ruddy government blokes always screwing us hard-working farmers.
Oh, crikey! You greedy farmers want us government blokes to do all your work for you. Why I order? No, I'm the one who order. Wait,
Oh shit, they're gonna fight.
you hear that? Yeah, what is that? It sounds like 40,000 feet running straight towards us. Yeah, it kind of does. What are you? Oh my God! Run! There's emus everywhere, and they're definitely not just added in post. You guys can see these beautiful emu puppets
look at
right
them.
now.
There's
Oh
so many of
God! Fuck!
How did he do that? That
I
was
don't know.
crazy.
What did you have? 20,000 hands?
Yeah, I guess
40,000
so.
feet.
40,000. Why wouldn't there be 40,000 feet then?
Wait, what?
You said there'd be 20,000 hands, but there would still be.
Because they're birds. So he would have 10,000.
What is that?
Hey, stop doing that. Points to both of you. Are you guys okay?
I'm still thinking what you were saying. 40,000 feet.
I'll explain it later.
I thought you were talking about the bird's hands.
The birds
and I was
would
like,
also.
it was
They
a
have
confusing
wings. They have
statement.
wings.
Just
Birds do have wings, Kate. Jelly bean to Kate.
Oh my God, you are fixing this in my favor, and I'm loving it.
That's right. Emus is what happened, babe. 20,000 of them sent upon the farms of Western Australia right as the wheat crop was ready to be harvested. The birds have arrived in our story. Now good luck getting rid of them.
40,000, right?
No, it is
No!
20.
What the fuck is so hard for you to understand
Because
about how many feet birds have? Have you ever seen a four-legged bird or a one-legged
40,000
bird?
birds, because there are 40,000 feet. So it's
Jesus.
You know, at least you didn't let me take the fall by myself there.
I've been disruptive, I think.
Now, emus are known for their curiosity and inquisitiveness, especially towards humans. Australian Aboriginal people, for example, would lure emus by waving sticks around from behind a tree. Though flightless, the birds still migrated across the seasons, and wheat fields turned out to be tasty little stretches for those birds to pass through. When a flock of emus ran across your wheat field, you knew it. And not just because they'd munch on the weed and drink the water in the paddocks. Standing up to 5.5 feet tall, weighing up to 120 pounds, and running at up to 45 miles per hour, emus
fuck.
trample any crops they're around.
That bird moves really fast.
I had a car that couldn't go over 40 miles an hour. And
Fuck
it's
that
backed
bird.
outside.
While fencing had been effective to keep the rabbits out, emus proved more challenging. As one Senator Brown pointed out while discussing the problem, quote, ordinary fences such as keep out dingoes and kangaroos offer no obstacle to emus, for the birds take them in their stride or knock them down, and thus let the rabbits into the crops. The emu problem was also a fence problem and a rabbit problem. If nothing was done,
Damn.
Australia would have a lot less wheat in 1933. For help, the soldier settlers turned to the one branch of government they knew firsthand could accomplish something: the Ministry of Defense. On November 1st, Major G.P.W. Meredith, Sergeant S. McMurray, and Gunner J. O'Halloran set off for Campion, Western Australia, with 2 Lewis machine guns, 10,000 rounds of ammo, and something else. What else did the 3 soldiers
I
have
don't
with
even wanna
them?
know.
A, a film crew. B, a team of ornithologists from the University of Melbourne. Or C, syphilis.
That was a curveball.
Yeah, sorry about that.
B.
All right, Ryan, what do you got?
I'm gonna go for A for action.
Oh!
They got the camera crew with them,
Hollywood,
you know what I
Tinseltown,
mean?
baby.
I went with B, bunch of ornithologists.
A jelly bean for the beat boy. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't just bullets that were going to be shot, but film as well. Someone in authority apparently wanted to document the crusade against the emu scourge, and folks were quick to guess why.
Why? Wouldn't you want to know why they was doing this shit to begin with? Like, maybe learn their migration pattern and put your crops somewhere fucking else instead of just being out there, hey, I want to film you shoot the bird in the face.
Perhaps a movie where a pair of machine gunners wipe out thousands of emus would be a relatively cheap way for the fat cats in Canberra to pretend they cared about these farmers all along. It was a propaganda ploy, plain and simple, with the thinking being that hopefully, at the end of this, the farmers would forget their economic demands.
The movie dial E for E-murder. Emu murder. That's funny.
And load their emu blood-soaked harvest onto the trains after all.
That is a wild thought. This is how we get back in the good graces of the people. We'll shoot a film of us massacring birds
Yeah.
with a machine gun.
They kind of did that in America with the bald eagle, right?
We shot a bunch of bald eagles.
Oh, it was America's pastime for a while, murdering those beautiful, beautiful
I never
birds.
saw a bald eagle in person. I always wanted to. But I worry that I would be with my cat when I saw it, and so I've braced myself to get ready to punch a bird if I had to.
Oh, because they would take your
They
little
would try
cat
and take
away.
Pete.
That's fair.
So this is really resonating.
So
with
you
me.
would punch and strangle a bald eagle if it came between you and Pete?
I would rip its heart out.
Okay, great.
Oh, we went to an ostrich farm once, and that bird was fucking scary as hell. I can imagine if that bad boy got top speed, head butted me. Ooh, that'd be the old picture wrap on the burgoos.
Incredible line.
It sure would be.
Incredible line.
No.
The bagoos.
No. Sorry, it's gonna take a bit to get over that. Meredith and his men must have felt pretty confident when they arrived in Campion on November 2nd, just in time to meet at least 40 emus. The birds were about 1 kilometer away, a long distance for the Lewis guns. But why not try anyways? After the first bursts of gunfire, the birds ran for the cover of some trees, but a few had been struck. The shots may not have been heard around the world, but Australia's war against the emus had begun.
Now, were these emus organized? Did they know they were partaking in a war? Or were they all like, let's go on a marathon jog right now?
You know what? You're anticipating a little bit of what we're going to be talking about, and I like to see that, so we're giving a jelly to the burgoos. Yeah.
How do you feel?
Hold on, let me analyze
Savor
this
it.
moment.
Marinate.
Savor it.
How does it feel in my body?
He's twitching. His body's rejecting it.
Oh, God. Stick
no,
with it, Ryan.
Ryan.
Write it. Accept it. You deserve that.
I do deserve it. It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. I like it.
A couple days later, on November 4th, the men found themselves in the exact situation they'd been waiting for. A machine gun, loaded and ready, a mere 100 yards away from a flock of more than 1,000 emus gathered by a dam.
That's a lot of birds.
That's a damn big group of.
Yep.
I think she's trying to activate the Winter Soldier.
17.
Those sons of bitches had been ransacking wheat fields for too long. The only thing left was to pull the trigger and watch the emu carcasses pile up.
Shit. Is that in the script or was that just an opinion?
That was in the script.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, you wrote that down though?
Yeah. This red light usually indicates a question, but now that we're back in the same room and smelling each other's beautiful scents, it's time for a game! Okay, here we go. Now for this, put on your little military hats. Here we have some emus, just chilling, hanging out, eating some wheat, yum, yum, yum. Now under your chair, you'll find a firearm.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I want you to murder as many emus as you can. A jelly bean for every beak you bring me!
Now, are you gonna stand there behind them?
Yeah, why? Should I not?
You're directly behind the target.
Well, just don't hit me. 3 shots each. Kate, take it away.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay, good shot.
One.
Why are you standing there?
All right, Ryan, take a shot.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
What?
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I got it.
Kate, take it away. Come on. Do it. Whoa.
That was good.
That was a good shot.
That was a good shot.
That's a good shot. Got this. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Ryan, bring us home.
Yeah, me and you in that emu war. Pack your bags, boys. War's over.
Oh, God.
I got one more left. Do you have any last words,
Come on.
Professor?
Hit me. Hit me. I want you to hit me.
I missed.
We got ourselves a couple sharpshooters out there. Great work, guys. I'm going to give you 3 jelly beans each.
Thank you.
Sure. Congratulations. You did a lot better than the Australian military, I can tell you that. Now, O'Halloran managed to bring down only about 12 emus before his gun jammed. By the time he had reloaded, the emus had booked it out of range. But it wasn't just the speed that had spoiled this would-be slaughter. As one Sydney newspaper would write, the toughness of their feathered hides made them immune to glancing volleys of machine gun bullets. Wow. And the feathers weren't just good armor. They also made the birds look like bigger targets than they actually were. Emus also bleed slowly, and most of their insides are gut tracts instead of vital organs, meaning the birds can be shot several times and keep running with little difficulty.
Holy
Really?
Wow.
Terminators.
We gotta get more emus in
Holy fuck, they're like the ultimate weapon.
our military.
You could ride them into battle and not worry about shit.
Well, I don't know if that's the takeaway here,
Oh,
but
okay.
I guess it would probably be a good...
Fuck like going in on a motorcycle, a dirt bike, ride a fucking emu. Even if it gets shot, at least it ain't gonna explode. It's just gonna keep on running.
attention-grabbing tactic on the military
It's
field.
a fear tactic. You know how to scare a human.
Yeah.
Have you bust a couple rounds into its chest and it just go...
Just gets angrier.
I don't understand. He's here for the negotiation, but he brought a large bird with him.
As one member of the outfit only slightly exaggerated, there's only one way to kill an emu. Shoot him through the back of the head when his mouth is closed, or through the front of his mouth when his mouth is open. That's how hard it is.
So that's more than one way.
I guess you're right. Yeah. There's only
There's only
one
one
way
way
to
to-
kill an emu. 2 ways.
After this disappointing battle, the human side of the war decided they needed a new tactic. The men mounted one of their machine guns on the back of a truck so O'Halloran could fire at the birds while giving chase. However, since they weren't driving on paved roads, but instead in the literal outback, O'Halloran spent the entire ride holding on to the bucking truck for dear life, failing to even fire a single shot. The war was tilting surprisingly in the emu's favor.
Sounds like a real Rambo here.
I love the
Real
contrast.
Rambo, no.
A Ram, no.
Damn.
Rambozo.
A Rambo.
Rambozo?
Rambo,
Did you guys hear me say
Drop the
Rambozo?
bow.
Okay, I thought Rambozo was pretty good.
As Meredith wrote in an official report, if we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They could face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks. Apart from their physical superiority, the press even began to suspect the emus were better strategists than the Australian army, writing, quote, "The emus have proved that they are not so stupid as they usually are considered to be. Each mob has its leader, always an enormous black-plumed bird standing fully 6 feet high, who keeps watch while his fellows busy themselves with the wheat. At the first suspicious sign, he gives a signal, and dozens of heads stretch up out of the crop. A few birds will take fright, starting a headlong stampede for the scrub."
So, who are you guys rooting for here?
I'm rooting for the emus.
Yeah, you gotta.
Gotta go with the humans, man.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
of course.
okay.
Of course I'm rooting for the emu.
The thing is, people started starving before the emus came in because the government was like, we don't want to pay as much as we promised. And now they're like, we'll blame all of this on the emus.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're still the first domino to fall.
How about you take a look at capitalism?
How about you take a look
Fuckers.
in the mirror?
By November 8th, the men had used 25% of their bullets, 2,500 rounds, but only brought down somewhere between 50 and 200 emus. Around this time, the rest of the country was beginning to hear about the debacle in the brush, and they wanted answers. One politician sarcastically asked whether the men participating in this war were going to get a medal. A Western Australia politician, A.E. Green, replied that if anyone gets a medal, it should be the emus, who, quote, "have won every round so far."
That's good.
Meredith, McMurray, and O'Halloran withdrew
great.
from their campaign and submitted a report. Newspapers mocked their efforts, and public sentiment was not with the soldier settlers, but with the birds. This was exacerbated by the footage gathered during the campaign, shown in movie theater newsreels of emus desperately trying to evade machine gun fire.
I mentioned that at the beginning. I just don't see what the plan was here.
Like, they thought that it was going to be like, oh, we're taking care of this, we're going to get you fed.
I'm surprised they didn't send people out to every local theater with wheat to throw it at the audience at them after they shoot the birds with the machine guns.
Like a 4D experience.
Yeah, like a 4D experience. I don't really like those though because they usually get me wet.
What?
Hang on.
In that sense.
Hang on.
You sickos.
Though plenty of folks wanted this expedition to stop, in his report, Meredith communicated how dire the situation
Then in what sense? You should have elaborated. Don't leave us in suspense like this. Now my mind is going to go crazy. Why are you getting wet?
was, writing, quote, "The damage done by these birds has to be seen to be believed. Over large areas, the crops are completely flattened." Optimistically, Meredith concluded
I need to go see more movies. It's like shit.
his report with the one undisputed piece of good news. His unit hadn't suffered any casualties.
Duh.
Yeah.
The casualty they would experience is the guy falling off the truck.
Yeah.
You never want a casualty to your unit.
Okay.
That is
Question
a
time.
very good point.
Moving
Oh.
right into the
Fuck
question.
you, Ryan.
What happened to Meredith, McMurray, and O'Halloran after the report? A. They were thrown in jail. B. They refused to shoot at any more birds. Or C. They were told to get back out there.
Oh my god. All right, I
B.
don't like this answer, but I do think this is what happened.
Okay.
I'm gonna go C for more carcasses. I'm sorry.
More carcasses. And Kate?
C for see you out there.
Oh, I like that.
I like
And
that.
I love to see my sea dogs out there. Ooh, okay, points to both of you.
Really?
Yes, after Meredith goosed the kill numbers in his report, likely taking liberties with the number of emus killed, the Australian government basically shrugged, said, well, what else are we gonna do? And sent the boys back out to give those birds another taste of emunition.
That's
You like
good,
that?
man, that's good. I do love the idea of B, though, that they're like, I can't believe you shot all these birds. You don't do that again. And they're like, fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know.
Fat
That's
light,
where the story
fat
ends.
light.
Just imagining someone being tried for murder, and he was like, okay, won't do it again.
You know what? Didn't know.
Didn't know I
Wasn't
couldn't do
clear.
it. Yeah.
Now, this second campaign went a bit better for the human side of the skirmish, but on December 10th, the Emu War was called off for good. Now, it's impossible to know how many emus died, but for his final report, Meredith settled on the nice round number of 2,500. Hey, why not? Oh, what? You gonna go out there and count the maggot-riddled emu carcasses rotting in the sun? I didn't think so.
Jesus Christ.
Depends who's asking.
You would do it if a real hunk asked you?
It depends.
Okay, okay.
Oh, he wants to take me out to count maggot-covered emu carcasses, and I can't say no. Talk about romance.
He said it so sweetly. Of course, after Meredith and his men withdrew, the soldier settlers were still faced with the twin problems of emus and economics. The farmers thanked the machine gun crew for trying, then continued to refuse to load their grain until the government guaranteed them a price.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta stick to your guns.
Yeah.
Was that intentional?
No, not really.
Effortless.
Thanks. Even with that guarantee, however, many farmers knew they wouldn't survive out there for long, and so many of them abandoned their land throughout the rest of the 30s. Those who stayed needed to deal with the emus, and in 1934, the government began providing ammunition to the soldier settlers themselves. These were, after all, former military men. This strategy proved to be much more effective than the machine guns, with over 57,000 birds killed in 6 months. After a bounty was introduced after World War II, more than 284,000 emus were killed between 1945 and 1960. That's a lot of emu killing.
Wait, there was a bounty?
Yeah, they were
So,
like,
like, you-
all right,
Is there any emus left?
we'll
money?
start paying you if you kill these birds.
So how did you prove you killed the bird? Did you have to cut off its head and you just had a bunch of pear-shaped emu heads?
I guess so, yeah.
And
You
the-
probably just rolled into town with a nice little wheelbarrow full of emu heads.
Make it into a necklace.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of
What a
heads.
stupid meet cute. It's just like, oh, sorry, you dropped your head. And they're like, do I know you?
Oh man, it's the
I
beginning
don't
of
know.
Westworld.
You can keep it. Thanks. I'm gonna put it on a necklace.
Today, the emu population in Australia is thankfully stable, estimated to be between 600 and 700,000 birds.
Good
An emu
God.
is featured prominently on the nation's coat of arms, just as it was in 1932 when Australia decided to murder them all.
Hey, why couldn't they just leave the emus alone?
That's a great question, Ryan.
Let's let them be emus.
Let them be emus.
Maybe don't build your houses near emus.
Leave them be mu. That's what I say. Well, that concludes our history lesson. I'm going to go tally the scores to see who receives the Coveted Cup and the title of History Master. While I do that, please enjoy the special, gentle performance from a teeny tiny piece of wheat. Wow, how wonderful. Oh, see, there's a...
Well, whoever wins, I'm sure they deserved it.
Brian, this is not a good look on you, man.
Oh my god.
Pretty good.
This is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
It's pretty good.
Sweet, ain't I sweet? One day I hope to be a bread. Every day I smile and say, it's so nice.
Ooh, look at this. Boys, we got a live one here.
What?
Oh, you want me to sing a fucking song, huh? All right.
A stone's throw west of nowhere. They got a golden crop, they tend to grow there. Well, it's the sweetest treat a 6-foot bird could ever eat. Yum yum, we'll risk our necks for a couple more pecks of your worthless wheat. Put up a fence and try to keep us out. We'll plow right through it with plenty leaps and bounds. There's no defense you're raising that'll stop us from our grazing. There's piles of wheat for emu and Pies of wheat for you and me. No pain, no grain. That's the name of the game. We choose to chew. That's how you do. We snack, they attack. We run away, then come right back. Try to kill me. I dare you. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Shoot us, pursue us. You can drive a truck right through us. Riddle us with bullets as we stuff our skinny gullets. Pop a slug right in my skull, but all until my belly's full. Kill my family, not my friends. But we'll never commend you blokes for trying, but simply have no fear of dying. It's agricultural plunder until we're 6 feet down under. One more time for all our dead, rotting friends. Shoot us, pursue us, you can drive a truck right through us. Pump us full of lead, but just make sure you aim for our wobblies. It's piles of wheat for emu. Hey.
Wow! Holy crap!
Good. Great.
Whoa! Oh, we keep having people get murdered on stage lately, and
Yeesh.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes art hurts.
yeah, I guess.
It's rock.
So, rip to that little guy. He was very sweet, and may he enjoy deteriorating in the enzymes of that emu's belly.
He died for a cause.
That really sweets it up.
Well, anyway, we've tallied the points and put the jellies into our complex victory algorithm. And Kate Peterman, you are our history master.
Put it there. You
Come
deserve it.
grab your trophy.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't.
Ryan, a valiant effort today. The algorithm, it seemed to twitch a little, so
you.
I think you're making headway there.
I mean, it looks right on you.
You gotta love the attitude. Well, Kate Peterman, thank you as always for gracing us with your presence. Ryan, thank you for trying, and I mean that this time. And everybody else, thank you for watching Puppet History, where the details are always a little fuzzy. We'll see you next week. Honk honk. Hey folks! You know, outside of the confines of this buttoned-up educational program, I rarely talk candidly. But, well, I'd like to thank you for watching the first episode of Puppet History Season 4. What a hoot! Plenty more where that came from this season. But all pleasantries aside, we here at Puppet History value your feedback. And rest assured, we've heard you loud and clear. We're here for the history of the world, not the history of a little blue man's straight-up freaky relationship with a primordial vindictive trickster born from elemental chaos. And that's fair. Lore is confusing and often sloppy. So that's why you'll have noticed not a lick of genie talk in today's episode. That's right. Read my sticky little lips. There will be no lore on this season of Puppet History. Just guests, jelly beans, and funny little songs sung by anthropomorphic objects who got brought to life who cares how. No genie talk whatsoever. In fact, I took out a restraining order on him, so now he can't even track me down and force me to unwish my wishes, so he can eat screws for all I care. Oh, well, there I go again. Sometimes I just can't help myself. But the big takeaway here, at the end of this season, everything will be precisely as it was in this very moment. Guaranteed. We'll see you next week.
Shoot, pursue, drive a truck right through. Riddle us
It's gonna
with
get
bullets.
fucked, ain't it?
Stuff our skinny
Oh
gullets.
god.
Pop a slug right in my skull until my belly's full.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna love season 4. This is gonna be so much fun. Alright. If y'all enjoyed today's video as much as I did, please leave a thumbs up. If you're a fan of the spooky, scary, strange things that make you laugh, learn, cry, you laugh so hard, think about subscribing. Oh my god, my face hurts. As always, be good to one another. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Emus are resilient birds, man. We need to trade them in for vehicles, bro. Like, just ride an emu. Fuck it, the only thing you gotta do is buy some wheat. How much could wheat be? Gotta be cheaper than gas, right?